Heart to Heart with Sibongile Mofokeng on Radio Pulpit. Heart to Heart.
Beautiful music on Radio Pulpit, your daily companion. And that, of course, is Jonathan Olson. Let us sing. Such beautiful sounds, hey? Beautiful, I tell you. And I hope that the family members of Radio Pulpit have enjoyed that one. The time now, 12 minutes just after 1 on 657 a.m. on Radio Pulpit, your daily companion. I'm now joined by Sir Russel Mamabolo from the Tax Ombud office, and he of course, is in charge of communications right there. He is the specialist of communications and outreach. Ndate Mamabolo, good day to you. How are you?
Good day to you. Thank you very much for having us here. I'm very well, Sibongile.
I'm just not quite sure why is technology not technologying today, you know?
Yes, I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
That is like
Now
really
I'll try next
disturbing.
time.
That is like
Yeah.
really disturbing because, hi man, today we would
Mm.
see face to face and be like,
Yeah.
aha.
Yeah. Actually, if it wasn't the disturbance we had earlier, we would have been in the
Yes.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, we are so glad we are talking to you again
Yes.
today. And today we're saying to taxpayers, smart taxpayer, do the right thing. And this is a campaign that the Tax Umbud office is running currently because the tax season is open, I believe.
Yes, definitely. The tax season is open. I think if you've seen the SARS has been running has opened for auto assessment on the
Mm-hmm.
7th
Mm-hmm.
of July up until yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But now the auto assessment is finalized. So expectations are that if you have been auto assessed,
Mm-hmm.
then you must be able to go in and look into whether SARS has done the auto assessment perfectly,
Okay.
because you'll realize that auto assessment, it's only done to a selective number of people, and also taxpayers who have only one stream
Mm-hmm.
of income, so that they check everything in terms of your employer would have filed their side of the information, and also if they have captured information incorrectly about you
Yeah.
as part of that auto assessment,
Yeah.
then this is the right time to start approaching SARS to raise the issue.
Okay. But what
Yeah.
inspired the Office of the Tax Ombud to launch the Smart Taxpayer Do the Right Thing campaign?
You will realize that last year we ran a campaign, Be a Smart Taxpayer.
Uh-huh.
This is where we have been raising awareness and encouraging taxpayers, just to be aware
Mm.
of what happens with their tax returns, because many of us, and we see with the number of inquiries that come to our office, that a lot of people are not even aware on how these processes work.
Mm.
They will approach SARS, or they'll approach us with a simple matter, which if one could have just read between the lines, you would have understood. But it's understandable. It's text. It worries a lot of people, and we're expecting that. However, we say this year, we started last year, we said, be a smart taxpayer. And that campaign
Mm-hmm.
was actually saying that don't, just be aware of the circumstances surrounding your tax returns,
Mm-hmm.
and also that we are now moving to an action type of a campaign where we say, a smart taxpayer, do the right thing, meaning you have already been aware,
Mm-hmm.
and do the right thing by gathering your information now
Mm-hmm.
and ensuring that you adhere with, the processes, understand what is expected of you, for you to be able not to get into trouble. But
Mm-hmm.
all the same,
Mm-hmm.
we are also saying know your tax rights, but also be compliant.
Okay. Coming to the tax rights.
Yeah.
Why is it so important for us to understand our taxpayer rights?
We believe that as the Office of the Tax Ombud,
Mm.
taxpayers out there need to understand what is their right. Again, many people, and I keep on repeating this, are fearful of SARS. But
Yeah.
if you know your rights,
Yeah.
then you'll know how to engage SARS correctly. For
Okay.
an example,
Mm-hmm.
SARS must have correct information at their disposal. That information must be the same information that you are aware of. If they have incorrect information, it will, jeopardize your tax, matters going forward. And hence, it is important for you, and it is your right to request SARS to say, look, what is it that you have about me so that I can understand?
Mm.
And then when I engage with you, I engage with you properly. You have the right for confidentiality and privacy.
Mm.
No one is expected from SARS side, from the OTO side,
Mm-hmm.
to divulge information to a third party
Mm-hmm.
without
My concern.
engaging with you.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll understand that, especially now, Sibongile, a lot of you see a lot of information about people's tax matters out there on social media,
Yeah.
in the mainstream media, and so on,
Yeah.
and it is disturbing. But remember that if you, as a taxpayer,
Mm.
take this information and give it to the public or put it on social media, SARS and the OTO also have a right to come in and correct that information, especially if information is not properly laid out or is not reflecting the true reflection of what we know
Mm.
about your tax affairs. So it is important, to know that. But also,
Mm-hmm.
there's also this right or that the taxpayers need to hear. You have a right to finality.
Mm. What is
Often
finality?
we
To finalize your
Yes,
case, or what do we mean by finality?
yes, that's
Mm.
what we refer to. You'll see now, taxpayers will be filing their returns. All of a sudden, then you are selected for verification,
Mm.
verifying the information you are supplying, and with back end information, that
Mm.
right to information.
Mm.
And also, there might be cases where, SARS will say, we need to audit you
Mm.
because you can be selected for audit, and that audit and verification can take forever.
Mm.
You are expecting a tax refund, but this this process now takes 30 days. It takes forever.
Mm.
But we are saying, as the office of the tax ombudsman, it is your right to request and understand when this verification and as well as the audit
Mm.
is going to take place and when will it be finalized, so that you can relax, because you can't be from time to time, be stressed about whether you've given proper information and this matter is ongoing, it's not been finalized. It is your right that the matter can be finalized and to a particular point.
Mm. It's also
Yeah.
it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, or even intimidating to deal
Yes.
with SARS. But I wonder
Yeah, no.
why. I ask myself why in the Mamabolo, because it's my money. I worked so hard for it. And yes, I'm paying tax. I'm giving Caesar what belongs to Caesar. But why have I
Yes.
why the intimidation that comes? Is it how maybe things have been done in the past and so we are now afraid of SARS?
Well, I think, from my understanding,
Mm,
is that SARS are doing their part to ensure that they engage with you correctly, and to a certain extent, they have what we refer to as service charter.
mm-hmm,
That service charter is
mm,
expected that this is how employees from SARS side need to engage with you to resolve, this your tax affairs.
mm,
We are fully aware that it is painful, for many people, of course, out there to say, look, hey, I have to pay tax, but the process to pay tax must not be painful,
mm,
and I'm also aware that where people are not adhering to correct processes, their obligations, people are often, they don't say truthfully everything that they are supposed to declare.
Okay.
And and I don't know,
Ah.
but SARS will
Ah.
be able to articulate that. You know,
Yeah. But
they
but then that's not a good move because SARS has the right into our banking accounts.
yeah, but there are other things that maybe I'm not
Mm.
sure. I can't talk
Yeah,
on behalf of SARS, but
of
they
course.
may not seen. But if they discover those things,
Yeah.
that's where they'll make it hard for you, and ensure that you comply. And we have seen particular cases where people are complaining about that in the media, but also from our side, where we are sitting as the Office of the Tax Ombud, we say, know your rights.
Mm.
And if you know your rights, then you know how to engage with SARS.
Mm.
But as much as you have rights as a taxpayer,
Yeah.
there are also
Responsibilities.
obligations,
Yes.
responsibilities. Yes.
Mm.
For an example, that when you know you are supposed to pay tax, register to pay tax,
Mm.
and you must declare honestly and truthfully.
Mm.
Those are the cornerstones of your obligation. If you happen to lose your contact numbers, yeah, you happen to move your house, and remember that you also have a stakeholder, the SARS, that you need to inform
Yeah.
so that they are able to communicate with you. Because Swangile, it's so sad at times when you hear that SARS has been looking for somebody, they've been sending messages, and they show this communication, only
Mm.
to find that the person did not inform SARS when they changed their email address of or
Ah.
contact numbers.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, they went to the bank, collected what is due to them because you owe them. It's
Mm.
unfortunate that they have been communicating with you, but they could not reach you.
Yeah.
And only when you see that your money is short at
Mm-hmm.
the bank,
Mm-hmm.
when you ask the bank tells you, no, SARS came in and they've taken their dues. And
Mm.
by the way, if you owe them and you have not made proper arrangement, they will take that chunk of money out of the bank. And I mean, you can imagine if they just take 15,000, which you have put forth, and you know
Yeah.
that you wanted to use it
Yeah.
carefully.
Yeah.
So those are the things. But if you know your rights, like as we are championing this campaign
Mm-hmm.
to say do the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
change your inform SARS when your contact details have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you communicate with SARS. If you can't afford what they say you owe them, make an arrangement and
Okay.
stick to that arrangement,
Is it your
because
right? Is
that's
it
the
part
other.
of the rights?
It is your right to know
Okay.
and understand. Yes, you can make a proposal actually to SARS. In fact, it's even beyond this, that you can make arrangement to pay them. You can actually even make a proposal to them
Mm.
to say, I owe you 15,000. I don't have 15,000, but as I'm talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
I have 7,000, but these are my financial responsibilities. And you declare that information to them. They can listen to you and they can make a decision whether
Okay.
to accept that 7,000 and close this matter, or they can decide otherwise.
Wow.
But you have the right to can make a proposal to SARS. It is
Mm.
there in our engagement. You see, if I was in the studio, I would have shown you even this booklet to
Mm-hmm.
say, here's the information, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll make arrangements some other time.
So, is there a specific way that one can make their right known where maybe they're writing a proposal, or you can just write an email as a proposal to them?
Well. They have processes.
Okay.
If they have information that is available to them,
Mm-hmm.
and you have sent them the required information, they don't want anything else. Yes, they will give you a period where they look into those matters, and then after that, they'll give you time to say, "We'll come back to you at a particular time to give you our view in terms of what you have proposed to them."
Sure.
But it is possible.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
In my experience, I don't remember SARS letting me know that we will let you know at this time. So now I know it's my right to say I would
Yes,
like
it
to
is. It
know.
is.
Yeah.
Remember, yes, remember you would have escalated this
Mm,
your communication
mm,
with SARS. When
mm,
it starts,
mm.
they want their and you'll be talking to customer care agents on the other line, and they will be helping you, or they would have communicated to you via email to say, look, in terms of section whatever, this is what we have agreed, and yes, we are happy with what we have received. Please give us time so that we can look into the matter. You see, this is where now they go and verify that information, and if they are happy with what you have received, because you were open and honest to them to say, look, going from here beyond this, I won't be able to have the other balance of the 7 because of the circumstances. And obviously, they need to make sure that what we are telling them is correct. And to a certain extent, I think they will consider it, but it depends on the information before at their disposal.
Okay. What are some
Yeah.
of the rights that are still there that we need to know about in Tate Mamabolo?
Okay, we know that also there is also the right to a fair and unbiased and just tax system. Just because you do not earn millions and there's somebody who earns less than 20,000, all of you must receive the same treatment. And it must be in accordance with the Tax Administration Act.
Okay.
And if there's any bias that you think or you have detected, you bring the matter to the office of the tax ombud, and we will be able to take up the matter and understand what has happened, and deal with that matter on your behalf with SARS. You are also entitled to complain without fear or of victimization. The fact that you have raised your tax issues or your complaint with the office of the tax ombud, it does not mean that going forward, SARS will now put a finger on you to say, look, we're dealing with you now. All of a sudden, why do you go there? No, you can complain, and excuse me, and there is no way that they can victimize you in whatever way. If you feel victimized, and that's where you can approach the office of the tax ombud. You have the right to dispute, challenge assessments and decisions made by SARS. So this is the other matter. Some people feel very strongly that, look, they've looked into all the what they need to be submitting to SARS, and their calculations are correct, and the supporting documents are there to support what appears on the tax return and everything. All of a sudden, SARS come with a different view, and you feel strongly that no, SARS has made a mistake here, and you present your case. They will listen to you, and it's your right to dispute. And then there is a process that SARS follows in terms of the dispute, resolution process. But it does take time. But they'll obviously share with you to say, look, we give us 90 days. We want to look into this matter properly. More especially businesses, because they have a lot of transactions and issues to consider because of a lot of income that comes into the accounts and everything like that. So you might find that they need time to analyze each and every transaction properly in terms of the dispute that you have put forth, and definitely they will give you an outcome. Again, if it happens that you are not happy with the outcome, that in terms of the dispute, and also if you are not happy that they did not come through to you on the time frame that you've given, you don't even have to go back to SARS. You simply bring your case study and come to the office of the tax ombud. We will attend to that matter on your behalf.
All right. And Tate Mamabolo, are
Yes.
these all the rights that we need to know about?
Well, I've taken the most important ones.
Yeah.
Maybe the last one. You are entitled to receive quality and timely service from SARS. This is where I articulated that point to say that SARS uses or follow through the service charter.
Yeah.
And the service charter indicates that if somebody calls, the person on the other hand or the consultant needs to respond in this particular way, particular manner, so that they are able to, you are able to get satisfaction in terms of the service or the communication that you get on the other side. But from time to time, we do get complaints where people are saying, look, hey, you know what, there's this call center agent. I called on this time, she was rude to me or he was rude to me, and it's a problem. And I can't continue calling back SARS. Those are the things that you are referring to. Because remember, Sibongile, you have all the frustration of paying,
The
of
tax.
settling your tax. Yes. And now you get somebody also,
Who's rude?
not doing, who's rude, I mean, it's only fair that you can only be assisted properly and well understood and taken
Without
through the
intimidation
process
on top
properly.
of it all.
Without intimidation, it's even worse. If you are intimidated, yes, you come to us.
All right, let's take a break and then come back to talk to Ndate Mamabolo some more. And today we're talking about the Smart Taxpayers Do the Right Thing campaign. You can ask your questions. The lines are opened on 012-334-1322. And our WhatsApp number 082-657-2729. Our SMS line 37871, which will cost you 150. And you can also send your message also via our Facebook page because we are streaming live on Facebook. In the background, the sounds coming there from Mom Judith Sipuma. Oh, give thanks. We're coming back.
Plug in, feel the pulse on Heart to Heart with Sibongile Mofokeng on Radio Pulpit.
Oh my God.
This is Heart to Heart with Sibongile Mofokeng on Radio Pulpit. Heart to Heart.
Hear the message of hope. Radio Pulpit.
Join us on a unique journey to Russia that explores not only the beauty of the land, but also the spiritual heart of the Russian Orthodox tradition. Learn how it lives on in everyday life through magnificent art, music, and architecture, and discover how Christianity survived decades of communism. We visit Moscow, the Golden Ring, and St. Petersburg. This is more than a trip. It's a window into the soul of a remarkable culture. Except for lunches, the tour is all-inclusive and will take place from 8 to 17 September 2025. Visit radiopulpit.co.za for more information.
Isinyathelo nesinyathelo sizohamba nawe indlela yonke. Sivakashele futhi uhlale ku radiopulpit.co.za.
You are on Radio Pulpit, your daily companion. Do visit our website, find out more about us, and be part of the online family via Radio Pulpit. Jigelele and Radio Council Hartlang. And also, you can tune in on Radio Pulpit 657 AM online. And you can also listen to the I Am Youth radio station, which is designed for young people. Speaking the language that our young people do understand. You are listening to Heart with me, Sibongile Mofokeng, and I'm with you up until 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, when I say goodbye, Germany, Johan else takes you through with something else. And afterwards, Lukomkweri Puti comes through with Spectrum Tot Sasir. And right now, I am talking to Sir Russel Mamabolo, who is the specialist communication and outreach at the Tax Ombud office. And I see my Mama Molita is also tuned in. Hello, ma. And she says, Shalom, Sbo, long time. Hle. Yeah, I know when we're talking tax, money, and all that. Kirilo tsa gago, mama. So thank you for tuning in and choosing us as your number one radio station. And hello to Me Maria Timpe. Hello to all family members wherever you are at. Thank you so much for tuning in and being with us. Ndade Mamabolo. So now we have spoken about the rights. And yes, my family, if you do not know what we're talking about, today we're talking about the Smart Taxpayers Do Right Thing campaign. Do the right thing campaign. You know, the tongue sometimes does its own thing. So it's a campaign. It's called Smart Taxpayers Do the Right Thing campaign. And we have just heard about what are our taxpayer rights. But is this a deliberate action done during the tax filing season, Tate Mamabolo?
Yes. We have, worked on this campaign for quite some time, and we believe that if you do the right thing, you won't have issues. But more so in a sense that you do the right thing behind knowing your rights, but also you'll be, compliant with SARS. As of now, SARS is communicating. It says that we are done with the auto assessment.
Okay.
From today onwards, up until October, there is a date they've given, the October date. Make sure you submit your tax returns.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens? Some people will take heed of this particular communication and start, putting their papers together. Tomorrow, they'll be, submitting, their information via e-filing, all the, systems, platforms that SARS has provided. But then many people will also, say, no, you know what, we will do this thing. And all of a sudden, it's October. And when it's October, you want to rush. You don't have your IRP5. You don't have your medical certificate. You want to consult your insurance. They are unable to help with this and that. You are being moved from pillar to post. And by the time it's a deadline that ends for SARS, they close off. And immediately they close off, then you must know that penalties are on the way. You see now the timeline they've given,
it's
and
very
hence we
long.
say, please do the right thing. get your documents in order, prepare yourself properly, and if a tax practitioner or a tax representative is helping you with your tax matters, make sure you fully understand um, what is it that they are doing, because before they submit, you need to know exactly what is it they are submitting, because remember, you are filing your tax affairs by tax returns by a tax representative, it still remains your responsibility. When SARS communicate, they come to you. They don't go to the tax representative. And of course, also make sure you use the correct tax representative.
Yeah.
And mind you, Sibongile, during this time, it is also that time where scammers out there are
Eish.
starting to,
Yeah.
look at opportunities, and they, go into, the tax that, they access, your tax e-filing, issues. Because you remember we have a big issue that we are dealing with, but it's a topic for another day. But there are scammers out there where they do e-file profile hijacking, taxpayers out there, because you are fearful of SARS. You don't even check your communication. All of a sudden, your details were changed, and you ignore. You don't want to read properly to understand what has happened. Some people have used your e-filing, to claim things that you are not even aware of. So hence we say, do the right thing. Just know the basics, yes, but when information comes through to you, take time, read it. If you don't understand it, call. You can call SARS, you can call us. We are willing to help and take you through the process to clear that misunderstanding. So
Okay.
doing the right thing, it was a carefully planned, campaign, and hence we say, if you're smart, then you'll be doing things the right thing.
And so you touched a little bit on the hijacking, the e-filing hijacking, profile hijacking that's happening. I believe that very soon. I think on the 30th or after the 30th, we'll be hearing about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We will once. I think the tax Ombud will release, the whole findings, so that everybody should be aware on what the Office of the Tax Ombud has been working on,
Yeah.
and what are the measures going forward in terms of addressing this particular matter.
Okay. So how do people lodge a complaint with the Office of the Tax Ombud? If I have a problem with SARS, now I
Yeah.
need the Tax Ombud. What do I do?
Yes. First and foremost, we believe that taxpayers, they must first lodge their issues. If you complain with SARS, there is a unit which is called the Complaints Management Office. You contact that office and you raise your issues with them so that they can investigate this matter. Normally, that office, they will give you about 21 working days to look into your matter. If they don't come back to you within 21 days, or they come back to you but they are not giving you information that you are expecting, then automatically that matter becomes our matter, and that's where now we can start investigating. But we do have cases where taxpayers, they can't wait for that 21 days, meaning they have compelling issues. You have a business there, or a simple one by a taxpayer, and I've heard of it also recently. A taxpayer found employment overseas, and they can't wait for 21 days. There's this method needs to be finalized, and it can be finalized. And if you don't attend to it immediately,
Yeah.
then you lose out. So you come directly to us, and then you put your compelling circumstances to us, so that we can understand, and definitely we can look into a matter with agency, and ensure that you don't lose out on whatever opportunities that you have. The same applies to businesses. They will put their cases to the tax Ombud to say, look, my circumstances are dire. I have 20 employees. If they don't get their money or their salaries, and this is how it will affect the business, or we need to secure this and do this. You put your things that are pressurizing you to come to us rather than
Okay.
waiting for the 21 days. And
Yeah.
they are dire to such an extent that you can't wait for that 21 days. You can come directly to our office and we will be able to help. I just want to share the contact number of the complaints management office. It's a 0800
Uh-huh.
12 12
Mm-hmm.
16. It's
0800
0800
12 12.
12 12 16. Yes. And that
Hi,
is
shoti ntate
another,
Mamabolo.
pardon?
Hi, shoti.
No,
It
it's
feels like you're short.
0800. No,
12
it's
12 16. Okay.
0800 12 12
1
16.
6. Okay, then.
Yes. And that complaints management office is the one that will give you 21 days, as I've indicated. And then if they haven't looked into your matter with 21 days, or you are not happy with the outcome after the 21 days, you simply come to our office, and then we will, because we have a team here that's it's they look into everything, the full stops, the commas. Is
Mm-hmm.
this text administration act applied
Yeah.
correctly? And
Yeah.
they make sure that they take up the matter if SARS is on the wrong.
So this is the complaints management at office at SARS.
At SARS,
0800, yes, 0800 12 12 16.
yes,
0800 12 12 16. So if we would like
yes,
to be now in contact, maybe they wasted our 21 days now. We can't.
yeah,
Or
yes. Then
and we want to cut off the 21 days. So how do we contact you? How do we reach you? On what information as well? Or what
yeah, if you
contact?
don't,
Uh-huh.
yeah, if you want, if you are 21 days, you can't wait for 21 days because you have compelling matters.
Yeah.
Then you can call us on 0800
Uh-huh.
66
Uh-huh.
2837.
0800.
It's 0662
Mm-hmm.
837.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Alternatively,
alternatively,
yeah.
you can get as much information on our website, www.taxombud.gov.za. And we are, I heard you talking about Facebook, increasing your
Mm-hmm.
your your reach there on
Mm-hmm.
your Facebook family. We also have a Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Tax Ombud SA, Instagram at Tax Ombud SA, X at Tax Ombud, LinkedIn, Office of the Tax Ombud, and you will be able to can follow through as well, in terms of the updates, the information that we share there that can be very helpful to you.
Mm-hmm. Ndata Mabolo,
Yeah.
thank you so much for talking to us today about this. But what is the most important message that you are carrying as the Tax Ombud office for our taxpayers during this tax season through the Smart Taxpayers Do the Right Thing campaign?
Well, we are saying, to taxpayers out there, it's as simple as do it the right thing. And if you don't understand what to do, please approach our office on the numbers that we have just shared.
Mm-hmm.
We will be able to guide you. We won't just dismiss you. No, we will listen to what you are saying to us and then explain to you and be able to, you will be empowered and be able to, sort out your tax affairs properly. And
Mm.
also, we are also saying, please adhere to the SARS, deadlines as they are communicating. It's now tax filing season.
Mm.
Ensure that you do this as soon as possible. And
Mm-hmm.
where you don't understand anything, approach SARS, call them. I know SARS are trying to, get as many taxpayers to use their online services.
Mm.
But call them, explain to them your frustration, and they will listen to you. And of course, if you have a challenge on the other side that you are not getting the assistance that you are required, you are most welcome to call our office.
Mm-hmm.
So act immediately
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't end up being accused that you are in the wrong, and you now have penalties. Now we have to sort out the penalties
Yo.
issues. Money is scarce. Can you imagine? And those
Yeah.
penalties are hefty.
It's a lot of
Sibongile.
money.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
lot of
lot of
money.
money.
I had to pay
It's a
penalties, so I know.
Yes, you see, so it's a lot of money. So you can't, in such economic climates,
Yeah.
there's a challenge with finances, and now you just give, you fall for penalties. How to solve this thing now?
Whilst there's still time.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ntate Mamabolo. It's always awesome to talk to your office. We learn quite a lot on a daily whenever we talk to you guys. And thank you for raising awareness around this. And hopefully our taxpayers will do the right thing. Can't wait to hear more about the report that has been compiled by the Tax
Yeah.
Ombud office on the e-filing profile hijacking. So we'll be looking on the lookout for that.
Yes, I think when the time is right, we will definitely,
Yeah.
get in touch with you, and we will actually try and get the tax ombudsman, to come and talk to you about it.
Thank you so much, Ntate Mamabolo. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And yes, my family, that is Sir Mamabolo, Russel Mamabolo, Specialist Communication and Outreach at the Tax Ombud office. And today he has been talking on the Smart Taxpayer Do the Right Thing campaign that they are running until the end of the tax season. Do remember you have until October, but October is tomorrow, so do not delay. If you'd like to be in contact with the office of the Tax Ombud, 0800 66 28 37. 0800 66 28 37. Alternatively, you can find them on their website, taxombud.gov.za. You can find them on Facebook, you can find them on Instagram and on X as well. He has also given us the SARS management or complaints management office number. It's a toll-free number, 0800 12 12 16.